Oh, book study. Forgot to write it down. Thanks for the reminder. 6:30, October 9th.
Yes.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome.
Welcome.
It is Sunday morning, and we are looking at the end of September. We are almost done. We're into October. Fall is upon us. Well, I guess it's here. I guess it's not just upon. It is. We are deep in it. And the weather is gorgeous today. And I know we have several people here that are going camping over the week. And so holding you in nice weather and beautiful experience that you have where you are going. That's going to be great. Well, welcome to Unity of Tacoma. My name is Reverend Lori Irwin Johnson, and I use the pronouns she and her. And if this is the first time you've joined us, thank you for joining us. It's nice to have you. And if you've been here before, thank you for joining us again. We always like to see you each and every Sunday here at Unity of Tacoma. So thank you for being here. I have a great topic I'm looking forward to. And I always like this time of year, I love to focus one time on what it means to come home. So today is our homecoming Sunday. I thought it would be appropriate because we have Faith in Action, which is our yearly fall focus, that we have art and we have music and we have message and book study. And we are working this year on Brené Brown's book. And so really excited to be able to be part of that and to come back to that each and every year, as it is a tradition at Unity of Tacoma. So today is our homecoming day. So I'm so excited to be able to share that with you. Not only do we have a time where we are going to meet with art and going over a book study for Faith in Action, but today we have a friend and a family member from Unity of Tacoma who has come home today to be able to sing for us. So I'm going to invite Jeff G to come to the forefront and join us with some song. And we're so excited to have you, Jeff. So nice to have you back here at Unity of Tacoma. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Oh, I am in the forefront. I was going to ask, how do I come to the forefront? But I think I figured
no, we'll do it for you.
All right. Well, this is a song. I've written a few songs specifically for today, and this one's called Frequency. Seeing things differently, and I'm feeling some good company. The things I intend, my heart can't pretend. I'm raising my frequency. I'm seeing things differently through the spirit inside of me. I give control to the light in my soul, raising my frequency. Things differently. I'm feeling some good company. My heart can't pretend, my heart can't pretend. I'm raising my frequency. Seeing things differently through the spirit inside of me. Giving control to the light in my soul, raising my frequency.
awesome. Thank you so much. That was great.
Oh,
I
thank
love
you.
that. Oh, wow. Everyone is muted, so you can't hear them clapping, but they're just woohoo.
Excellent.
Thanks, Jeff. That was great. Awesome. All right. Whew. Now that we're all hyped up, it's just like a hype man, Jeff. Just, yeah, get us all in that space. We're going to move into the prayer for protection. For those of you that know the prayer for protection, please say it with me. If you do not know it, the words will be, hopefully, if I can get the share screen to work, to be on the screen. So join in. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us.
The
The
power
power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And as we're sitting in this time of prayer, this time where we are looking forward to this moment, this hour of homecoming, where we remember who we truly are, where we belong, what we're doing, and where we're going. It's a time to reflect on us, reflect on our community, to reflect on us personally. Where are we going? What's important? Let's identify. And today it's our focus to be able to figure out where we are within us. Are we that voice that is chattering away? Are we those emotions that take our attention? What are we today? And what are we every day? So we're going to look at that today, and we're so grateful for this opportunity to be able to explore this topic, to be able to have Jeff with us, to be able to provide us with all of this wonderful inspiration. And we know that we are exactly where we need to be by divine appointment. With gratitude, I say thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And so it is. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Thank you. All right. So let's have Victoria come up, and she is going to take us through announcements. Victoria, are you ready?
I am ready. Good morning, everyone. I'm so glad to be here, and I've been keeping the Jeff G secret a long time, and I have to tell you, it was really, really hard.
You did a great job.
So just a reminder that Sunday messages are all live streamed on YouTube, and you can choose to keep your cameras and mics off if you do not want to be heard or seen online. We meet at 9:15 in the morning for a social and prayer time on Sunday mornings prior to the service. That is not recorded, and we would love to have you come and attend if you would like. And then we have intermission, and then we start the service about 10. And then there is a time after the service is over where you can stick around, and we have further discussion of upcoming events and things like that. The following events are on our events calendar, which Mary has just put up. You can go to unityoftacoma.org and click events from the navigation menu at the top of the page. And that gives you a preview of everything that's going on. The first Saturday of the month is coming up again. That'll be October 5th. And I hope you'll come join us making sack lunches for the unhoused of Tacoma. That'll be October 5th, Saturday. And we meet at 11 o'clock at the Surge Building, which is on the corner of South 54th and South Tacoma Way. There is a market that sometimes goes on there, so that makes parking at a premium, although there's lots of parking in the rear. But if you're going to come and help us next Saturday, come a little early so that you can get a good parking spot and or maybe enjoy the street fair that's going on. In addition to making the sack lunches from 11 till about 12:30 on the first Saturday of the month, we also at that time collect donations of clean clothing, new or used, all sizes from babies on up. and shoes and bedding and tent if you have it, toiletries, female products, anything that you would like to donate. We will take it along with our 50 sack lunches over to Nativity House, where we are participating in helping the unhoused of Tacoma. I want to report that a bunch of us last weekend attended Godspell at the Lakewood Playhouse, and it was a really wonderful performance. The choreography was out of sight. The music was unreal. They changed the format of it, so it was more modern day, and it was very fun. But I have no idea how they remembered all that choreography and all that music. It was quite a performance. So if you ever can get over to the Lakewood Playhouse, it's a really fun theater in the round. In support of Nativity House also, Lori has started our mittens project, and that is for yarn artists who are interested in helping Tacoma's unhomed stay warm in knitted hats and gloves, mittens. And if you're interested, you can contact Lori at her email at lori@unityoftacoma.org for more details. Also, there are patterns available and some yarn. And I see right now on the screen, you're seeing the knit or crochet mittens. Another big announcement is that starting on October 6th, next Sunday, we will begin Faith in Action with Brene Brown's book, Atlas of the Heart, as kind of our core. Really excited about Faith in Action. It's always fun, as Lori said earlier, with lots of music and art and book study. And the book study that goes along with Faith in Action this year with Atlas of the Heart will begin on Wednesday, October 9th at 6:30, and it is a Zoom. And if I got it right, it will go on for 7 weeks, and commencing on October 9th. I also want to announce that another person-to-person event that is possible for next week also is the Greek festival we have here in Tacoma every year at the St. Nicholas Church down on South 15th in Yakima. It's great fun. I've been attending it annually since 1979. This year is the 61st time they've done it. There's lots of fun Greek dancing. There's yummy, yummy food, and the pastries are out of sight. The music's wonderful. I know that a group of us are going to be meeting after the service on the 6th at the Greek festival. So if you'd like to join us, y'all come, because it's a great time for everyone. There is also a sit-down dinner in the kitchen of the church. And on Sunday, it's a lamb dinner, but they also have chicken and fish. I look forward to it every year. And I think that covers it. I think that's the wrap up for the week. And so glad Jeff is here from so far away and back with us for a while, and hope everyone has a great week.
Thank you, Victoria. Excellent. We got a lot going on as the holidays ramp up, and for those of us who work for spiritual organizations, we have been looking at the holidays for a couple of months now. So we're already thinking of Thanksgiving and Christmas. So Faith in Action kind of starts that for me, and I'm excited about starting the holidays and getting moving in that. So thank you for all of those wonderful announcements. I wanted to invite Jeff back for another song. I know he has another wonderful song that he wrote this week, so I'm looking forward to it. Thanks, Jeff.
Okay. Here's a song. This one is called Divine Spark. in my soul, lights up my path and makes me whole. Divine spark never will fade, never used up when I give it away abundantly. Abundantly, abundantly. Divine spark, be still my heart, one with the light now, never apart. Divine spark, kept like a pearl, light of all light goes out to the world. Abundantly, abundantly. Divine spark in my heart now, one with the light, never apart. Divine spark.
Woo! Again, you can't see them do this, but they're doing this. So great job, Jeff. Thank you so much. That was wonderful. Oh, thank you so much. Well,
You're welcome.
I don't know how to follow that, you know. I just feel like I'm just kind of, you know, I don't know how to follow that wonderful music. It's like, how do you get into the right space after someone has already done it for you? We're already there. So I don't have to do anything.
Message. You got a great message.
Oh,
Just
okay.
get in the zone.
I guess I'm not off the hook. I have to do my message now. So thank you, though. All right, everyone. We're going to start off with my affirmation. And the affirmation today is on the screen. And let's read it together. I am at home within myself. I am always guided back to my true self and the divine within. Let's say that again. I am at home within myself. I am always guided back to my true self and the divine within. And our reading for today is from a book that actually I read this week, and I had heard about it before. I'm going to talk more about that in the message, but I wanted to say his name was Michael Singer, and he did a interview in Unity magazine, and it's called Listening In with Michael Singer, and it's written by Katie Kuntz. And it says, as you settle back into who it is who is watching from the seat of consciousness, you will notice that it's unchanging. You're the consciousness. You have no qualities. You have no beginning, no end. You are eternal. The consciousness is actually God looking down at your body, your thoughts, your emotions, and getting caught there. It's like you walk into a big room and there's a 24-inch TV in the corner that catches your attention. That's the most spiritual statement that could ever exist. It catches your attention. Your consciousness is now paying attention only to that TV. You spend hours watching it and miss the whole party in the room around you. There are all these people and everything going on, but not for you. The only thing that exists for you is what is on the 24-inch TV because it caught your attention. To come back to the party, you don't have to destroy the TV or even turn it off. You don't have to expand your consciousness. All you have to do is cease to contract your consciousness. Stop focusing it on something very small. Your consciousness is already fully evolved. It's pure, it's perfect, it's one with God. There is no individuality, there is just universality. Focusing on the individual doesn't make you lose your protection as long as you don't identify with the object of your consciousness. By the way, when the commercial break interrupts your focus, how long does it take for you to come back to the room at the party with everybody else? A billionth of a second. That's how long it takes for enlightenment. So this week, I'm sorry, he also said, Michael Singer also said, there is nothing more important to true growth than realizing that you are not the voice of the mind. You are the one who hears it. So I was able to read a book this week, and I'm really excited to be able to share this with you. And I said this a couple times before already, but the book was spectacular. I actually took over a class at Unity Worldwide Spiritual Institute. It was where I'm an instructor and an instructional designer. And I came across this book and they kept saying, oh, this book is wonderful. And I was like, yeah, I don't have a lot of time to read for fun or for pleasure in any way. Usually I do it for my job or for when I'm working on weekends. But this time I took the moment to be able to listen to it. It was an audiobook. And I really love audiobooks, by the way. If you don't have time to read, but you're a very busy person, have an audiobook in your ear. It really changes the way you think and how you process things in the world. So a couple of years ago, well, several years ago, there was a book that changed my life, and it was called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And God, that's 20 years now, 20 years ago already. And it changed my life. It changed who I was, changed how I thought, changed what I was focusing on. It completely changed the trajectory even of where I was going in my life. And when I heard this book this week, when I was listening to the words of Michael Singer from his book, it is his book, The Untethered Soul, The Journey Beyond Yourself by Michael Singer. I heard this book and I believe it is on as high up there as The Power of Now for me, of changing my mind, changing my perspective, and showing me and reminding me who I truly am. So when I talked about it, I told Jeff earlier this week, I told him we're going to talk about homecoming, and it's absolutely appropriate for this book and to be able to talk about what Michael Singer was talking about in the book about coming home. Homecoming is a powerful metaphor, not for just returning to a place of comfort, like we recognize when we come home, but for discovering our true selves. It's about reconnecting with our spiritual essence and who we truly are and deepening our relationship with the divine. Now, in his book, he offers insights on how to process a homecoming, which involves feeling ourselves from a mental and emotional structures. We are, in essence, all the time creating structures and stories about ourselves. So I'd like you to take a moment just right now, when you stop and you just stop thinking, I stop talking. What happens to the mind? It'll sit there for a while in silence, but then it'll start thinking, well, what is she going to say next? Or why are we going on this tangent? Or oh, I left the tea kettle on, or my coffee is ready and I left it in the microwave, or something else is going on. Your mind has taken over. And the thing is the mind that we use is not the same as our consciousness. We seem to think that we have correlated consciousness with our thoughts or our emotions or what our brains are experiencing. But that is not truly who we are. Because if we think about who we truly are, we are the one that observes what's going on. Now go back to that situation that I was just telling you about. You're sitting there in silence for just a moment, and you start noticing that you are thinking. You're noticing that your brain has gone on a tangent and it's worried about what you're going to have for dinner tonight. And you start noticing that. Your consciousness is what notices what your mind is doing. It notices that you're having an emotion. So in essence, our consciousness is not affected by our mentality. It's not affected by our emotionality. It is exactly who we are when we take all of those things away, when they no longer become the driving force of who we are. And this is why he called this book The Untethered Soul. It's about taking our consciousness and be remembering who we truly are, coming home to what's true instead of worrying about all of those other things that the mind can do all the time. We are called each and every day to come home, come back to our source, to go into that space within us. And when we do not do that, when we are distracted, when our consciousness goes on a tangent, and we know that it does all when our minds go on a tangent and our thoughts go somewhere else, we know that it is pulling us further and further away from who we truly are, from our true home. And when we get pulled away, then we get pulled into that stress cycle, that cycle of, okay, so I have to worry about this and I have to problem solve and I have to do all of these things. And that's what creates that drive, but that anxiety is what that disturbance is. He's trying to cause a shift in how you think, take away, detach from all of the things that are pulling you from who you are on the inside, that true self of home. Who are you? Who is that individual, that thing that is watching you become distracted, pulled away, who is on this tangent of worry and strife, who is feeling the physical aspects, the emotions, the negativity, all of those things? What's doing that? And when you can step away and observe that, you know you are not of that. You are not that thing. You are not the stress. You are not the strife. You are not even the thoughts that you have or the emotions you have. You are beyond that. And you can pull yourself away. And when you do pull yourself away, and when you start looking at it, you're kind of like you are watching yourself on a television screen. You're watching what's going on in your world like you're watching television. Now, if you've ever watched a television show, like I do on an occasion, I have my favorite television shows, and I get pulled into the story. I get pulled into the narrative, and I feel for what's happening to the characters, and I can feel their emotions, and I can think about their plot and their idea, and I'm always trying to, especially crime ones, I'm always trying to figure out who did it, and I'm completely distracted and I'm pulled away from who I truly am, because I am consciousness. I am not the thoughts. I am not the movie that I'm watching. I am not the emotions I'm having. I am neutral. And when you pull away from that, you find peace. Peace is what happens when you pull away from all of the distractions that's taking you away from your true self. And when he talked about that, I was like, wow, that is true. We are all one time I heard, I think it was Deepak Chopra say that we are all wearing masks in the world. We're just in a huge play, and everybody has their role to play. And that's true. We have our roles to play. We do the things that we are expected to do. We do the things we think we should do. We're driven by our emotions, by our goals, by all the things that we're told by society that we're supposed to do. But what happens when you step away from that? Because all of those things change from day to day. No matter who you are or what you're doing, what you thought yesterday, what your emotions were yesterday are going to be different than they are today. And the same for tomorrow. They're going to be different than they were today. And if you get attached to those emotions and those thought processes and they become who you are, then you become enslaved by them. You are trapped and stuck as who you think or someone else thinks or someone else feels that you should be. Now take a moment again. Now, as you're listening to me, your brain's probably going, oh my gosh, what the heck is she saying? Or, oh yeah, she's right. Or whatever it is. Again, that is not your true self. That is the mind making up a decision on what's happening in the situation. Now step away from that thought. And now where are you? You're in peace. You're at peace, and you always will be at peace if you step away and you let that go. You let all of the thoughts, all of the emotions, everything that's pulling you away, and you come back to who you truly are and let all of that fall away. That's who you truly are. That's who you are. Everything else, no matter what it is. Now, I know right now, I know that there's football on, and there's lots of things going on in football. I know my husband's watching football and listening to me talk at the same time. So he is stuck in that pattern of what we are used to. We're thinking, we're feeling, we're getting caught up in what's happening in the football game. You get caught up emotionally and you get upset or you get happy or whatever that is. But your true happiness, your true bliss, your true peace comes from when you detach from what's happening outside of you, because that's all there is. When you take away everything, that's all there is. And that is the essence of what it means to take the mid path. When we are walking the mid path, when we are staying not pulled to the left, not pulled to the right, we're staying in the middle way. We are working from a place of peace. There's no negativity. There is no negative emotions. Your thoughts are not taking you on a ride. You are blissful all the time. That is who you truly are. You don't have to worry about what's going to happen, because each and every time you worry, how much effect did you have over the things that you worried about? That time that you spent worrying about it. And then it ended up totally different than what you planned. Every time you make a plan, you may plan for a party, you plan for a trip, you plan for whatever. How often does it go completely the way that you planned? That seems to me, based on what I was reading, kind of a waste of time, isn't it? What could you have been doing that was more blissful, that was more peaceful, that was less stressful? You could have said, I'm not attached to that outcome. It will happen. Of course, you don't, if you're planning something important, you want to make sure that you have to cook your food and you have to invite your friends and all that has to happen. But you don't have to go into the details, because it will be what it is. No matter what, it'll be what it is. And we really honestly don't have much control over the outcome. We can have a general idea of what's going to happen. But in essence, we don't have control. And when you let go of your need to control, or our thoughts, control our thoughts or our emotions or the things in our environment, then we become free. We are free from that tether. That untethered soul is what he was talking about. And the more I think about that, I'm like, I spend a lot of time, in fact, the majority of my time, worrying. I worry about, well, is this going to work out okay? Am I going to do this? Is this emotion going to come up? Am I going to be, whatever? Fill in the blank. There's always something else. You get up in the morning and the first thing that comes to mind is like, okay, so what do I got to do today? So you're making a mental list. What happens if you didn't make your mental list? Would you still do those things? Maybe. And if you didn't do them, then what? There are consequences, of course, if you don't go to work, for example. But really, do you have to worry about it? No, because you're still going to get up and go to work, because that's part of what you do. But you're not attached to what someone's going to say to you, what someone's going to do to you, the work you have to finish, or all of that. It'll get done. You'll do the job because that's what you need to do. But you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to spend your emotion and all that energy on what will happen, because in essence, we really don't have control over what will happen. We only have control over how we respond. And how we respond could be from a place of peace. And that is who we truly are. Now take a moment again. I want you to sit back and I want you to think about it again. But this time I want you to watch yourself think about it. And then I want you to just move away from any thought and any emotion. Then what? What's there? That's the peace you could have each and every time if you stopped attaching yourself to everything in the world that's outside of who you are. That includes your thoughts, that includes your emotions, that includes all of the attachments. You do not have to be upset about the person who cut in line in front of you. Does it really matter on the whole scheme of things? The only person that gets truly upset is you. You're the one that feels the consequences of that. What happens if you just like, okay, well, maybe that person's in a hurry and you just let it be? We're so programmed to respond in ways that, whatever ways that they are, we are programmed to do that. But we can take back control and we can become free of all of the things that push and pull us in directions that where we do not want to go. And we know we can become centered and we can find that divine within just by stopping all of that and reminding yourself that you are the divine in expression as you are. It doesn't matter what you wear. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what you say. You always will be the essence of divine all the time. And we forget because we are told to do or asked to do or expected to do or whatever. We can be who we truly are. We can be at peace. And this book really reminded me of that. It really reminded me of who I truly was. And I don't have to be anything else other than my truth. And those people, those individuals that see my truth, they will be part of my community. I don't have to be something special or someone else other than the divine spark within. And as I am here at Unity, I know that you all are the sparks of that divine as well. I want to thank you all for listening to my rant about this wonderful book. I hope you get an opportunity to read it. It's worth it. It is quite a quick read. It's called The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. And it's worth it if you get an opportunity. And as we go into faith in action, I thought it would be a wonderful way to start to say, you know what? We're going to hear and we're going to think and we're going to feel a lot of things throughout this 7 weeks, because that's the beauty of being human. We get all of this diversity. But if we ever get to a place where we want to just experience peace, bliss, and all of that, we just need to let it go. Whatever it is that sparks our emotions, that makes us upset, or maybe enlightens us. But in true essence, it's not the words, it's not the emotions, it is who we truly are that creates enlightenment. And as he said, it can take half a second to get there. All you have to do is choose to do it. Change your attention, take it away from what's distracting you, and bring it back to who you truly are. Come home to yourself. All right. I'm going to open up the mic for anyone that wants to respond. If you have something you would like to say or something if you would like to, you can raise your hand. Oh, Curtis has his hand raised, so let's invite Curtis.
Oh, I heard two things since my prayer for today was about acceptance. So it really was beneficial for me to hear your message today, but I kept hearing two recurring themes in my head: surrender and by finding and surrendering and practicing acceptance and finding peace. This is what I'm working on, so it all resonated with me very much. So thank you.
Excellent. Yes, it is about letting go. It's letting go of all of that, because, like I said, and like you were talking about, it is about who you truly are. without all of whatever is going on in the world, whatever you're experiencing, whatever it is that's happening to you, that's not who you truly are. And you can try and practice, and it takes practice, and that's why it's called a spiritual practice. It's not a spiritual I got, it's a spiritual I practice. And you keep practicing, and you will find that more and more often. Thank you, Curtis. I appreciate you sharing that. Anyone else want to share? Comment, question? Ooh, everybody's quiet today. And that's good. The whole point of the message was to pull yourself away from what you think and what you feel. It's just be. Victoria?
Well, I was waiting for other people to go because I almost always have something to say. So you can always keep me for the last. There were several things that resonated with me, and one of the things is, as Curtis said this morning in prayer, the common word coming through all the time was acceptance. And I notice in my life, in the stage that I'm in now, a change from, say, 20 years ago, is that I was always playing all these different roles. You know, I had the role of mom, I had the role of partner, I had the role of what I was doing in which business. And it's real easy to lose yourself in all those roles. It's hard to compartmentalize that much. And I have found in the last 10 or 15 years that acceptance piece that has made life so much more peaceful. And quite frankly, it gives me a safe place to go. It's like a different role, only it's bigger and it has fuzzy edges, and it's just a safe place to go that has a built-in, I didn't give it, it's a built-in confidence that it's okay and that I'm okay, and that people don't have to agree with me. I just have my own safe space, and it's a place that I really enjoy hanging out. The other thing that caught me was you mentioned worry a lot, and I used to think that worry was a good thing. I thought it meant caring. You know, if you were worrying about this or you were worrying about this person or whatever, it was all about caring. I have learned since that that's not what it is. That really worrying is a reinforcement of the negative. And in Unity, we study a lot about energy, and which kind of energy do you want to emit and which kind of energy do you want to come into your life. And to say that that worrying is a reinforcement of the negative connotes that we're focusing on the negative. We're focusing on all the awful things that could happen if we take this particular path in decision making. And we know that there is the law of attraction. And if you put too much emphasis on that negative, you're liable to make it happen. Because that's just how the universe works. It's like it gets focused in on what we concentrate on. So I've given up worry. I've decided it's a waste of time. And I'd rather now, when Trace, you know, it's not like my life is totally smooth sailing. It is not. In fact, it's pretty rough seas sometimes. But if I'm in my little boat, in my sea of turbulence, I just need to remember that around me is the calm. And my challenge is to do the best I can do, figure out what is the best I can do to make a positive outcome, and go for it. And not waste time on worry. So thank you very much for those reinforcements, and it helps me to get back in focus too on what I believe. Thanks.
Great. Awesome. Thank you for that. I love your analogy when it talks about the boat and when you read, I'm going to bring a scripture in when Jesus is in the boat on the water and all the disciples are upset and it's the seas are up, they're all uplifting and the boat is going up and down and Jesus is sleeping in the bottom of the boat. And the disciples don't understand what's happening. Why is he doing that? We could all die, we could drown. How come he's not upset? That's the point of that parable. The point is you are the calm. You are the calm. It doesn't matter what's happening around you. It doesn't matter what's happening to you, even to your boat. You are the calm. So I don't think people really spend a lot of time with that. I think they spend more time on the next part, portion of the scripture where he's walking on water. But I think that him being asleep at the bottom of the boat during the storm is to me, just as important. So.
Well, another tag on to that too, which I think is just really important, an observation that I've made is that when you are sleeping in the boat and you're in your own calm, you attract that as well. And, it's a gift to be able to be that way. And it brings calm to others who might be in a turbulent sea. And that's a pretty great gift to be able to give away.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thanks for that reminder of the boat and to be calm. Thank you. All right. Anyone else drawn to speak or to comment? All right. Well, let's invite Jeff back for another song before we go into meditation. Thanks, Jeff.
All right. This is a song, actually, it's about coming home. The title of this song is Never Gone, and it's kind of about how the still small voice is always there. Sometimes easy to forget, but it's always there. So I hope you enjoy.
Life is funny how it gets to be so easy to believe that the world is in control. But then there's that little light inside, just a still small voice. Sometimes when the thoughts inside my mind seem to deceive, but then I look in between the little space inside, then I can make a choice. I'm coming home to the light that's inside me after running away too long. No matter how many times I felt weak, I is still warm and strong. And it's never, never, never gone. Life is funny how it gets to be so easy to believe that the world is in control. But then there's that little voice inside, just a still small voice. Sometimes when the thoughts inside my mind seem to deceive, but then I look in between the little space inside. I can make a choice. I'm coming home to the light that's inside me after running away too long. No matter how many times I felt weakened, the light is still warm and strong. And it's never, never, never gone. I'm coming home to the light that's inside me after running away too long. No matter how many times I felt weakened, the light is still warm and strong. And it's never, never, never gone. Never gone.
Woo! A lot of that. Awesome. Great, Jeff. That was perfect. That was perfect. So in line with what I had planned. We didn't talk about the topic more. I just threw out the topic and said, okay, go. And Spirit talks to us. I swear, shares that information. So thank you so much, Jeff. I appreciate it. Jeff G, everybody. Woohoo! All right. All right. Well, it is the portion of our service where we go into meditation. So let's take a moment. Center in. If you so choose, you can watch the screen. There is a beautiful scenery that I'm going to show you. If you would like to close your eyes, you certainly can do that. Either way, whatever way is comfortable for you, please do that. Allow yourself to get comfortable. Allow yourself to feel present in the moment. And as you breathe in and out, just center yourself, feel yourself supported. No matter what, no matter where you are safe in that divine source. And just take a moment right now to notice what's going on inside you. Is there a place where you feel tension or disturbance? It could be a thought process or physical ailment or an emotion. It could be that you're worried or frustrated, or there's something unresolved that you would like to let go of. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what have I been holding on to that no longer serves? And allow that to come up into your consciousness, but it's up to you to rise above it. Let it pass through you. It's not who you are, it's just what you're experiencing. Now shift your focus to the idea of letting go. Is that something in your life, that thing that might be holding you back, maybe at a thought or emotion or a situation?
Ask yourself, what would it feel like if I let go of this? Is simply just watch it, but let it go where it needs to go. What would happen? And just imagine yourself loosening your grip and allowing the thought or emotion to just float away. Bring your awareness to your heart space. What does it feel like now that it's open? Whatever it is that was holding you back is no longer there. Notice that it's become soft and it's so spacious. Those walls that protected you from all of the things that you just thought you needed to experience or were part of your life that you needed to hold on to, they're no longer there. Where have you been closing yourself off? How can you open up your heart? What can you let go? Allow it to look, your heart to look like a blooming flower, but it's opening up and becoming more expansive. Finally, I'd like you to come home to the present moment. Notice that behind all of the noise, behind my talk, behind the music, behind all of that, there is stillness. And ask yourself, how can I bring more of this stillness to my life? How can I come home to this moment right here and right now? Each breath, feel yourself become more grounded in the present moment, releasing your thoughts, and simply rest. You are at home, and your home is your space for peace. Take another deep breath in. Exhale. As we end this meditation with gratitude, thank all of those things. Even though they might have held you back, they were there for a purpose. And as you let them go, say thank you for all that you've done. And look at all the space that you create when you let those go. Take another breath. Bring your awareness back to your body. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. And remember that behind each and every thought, each and every emotion, each and every experience, there is inner peace, openness, and connection. I'm going to invite Jeff back for another song before we go into the last portions of our service. Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you. Here's a song called The Source. And I think this one ties in quite a bit with the message today. So I hope you enjoy it. This is called The Source.
Sometimes roots clog up the water supply. It might look hopeless to the untrained eye. Sometimes clouds obscure the sun, cast the illusion that darkness has won. But there's nothing wrong with the light that's inside us. Sometimes we drift off course. So grateful to all the things that remind us to put all the doubt and the fear behind us. 'Cause there's nothing wrong, there's nothing wrong, there's nothing wrong, there's nothing wrong with the source. The source is right here always. 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 Sometimes roots clog up the water supply. It might look hopeless to the untrained eye. Sometimes clouds obscure the sun and cast the illusion that darkness has won. Well, there's nothing wrong with the light that's inside us. Sometimes we drift off course. So grateful for all the things that remind us to put all the fear and the doubt behind us. 'Cause there's nothing wrong, there's nothing wrong, there's nothing wrong, there's nothing wrong with the source. The source is right here always. The source is right here always. The source is right here always. Always. Always.
Thank you, Jeff. Awesome. Thank you so much. So perfect. Every song has been perfect. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Well, I'm going to move into the service further, and we're going to wrap it up with our love offering. There are so many different ways that you can give. All the mission, all the love and the offerings that we receive here go to support the missions and the ministries and all of the things that happen here at Unity of Tacoma. And we're so grateful for everything that we get, and how much we receive goes out into the community to support all of the things that we do, from the homeless to supporting our musicians. It's just a wonderful opportunity to give, and in the process you can receive. So you can go to our Facebook page, you can donate there. There's a donate button at the top at facebook.com/Unity of Tacoma, and you can give there. You can visit our website at unityoftacoma.org/love offering. And you can also go to unityoftacoma.org, and there's a place at the top of the screen where it says love offering, and you can give there. It'll take you right to that screen. You can use Zelle or telephone number 253-576-3225, or you can mail us a check to Unity of Tacoma, P.O. Box 112289, Tacoma, Washington 98411. And if you so want to give today, if you're here and you would like to give and move to give, I'll have Amarius put that link in the chat so you can give today if you so choose. All right, so as we move into the last portion of our service, I want to end up reading another portion of Michael Singer's book for our benediction, which I think will send us off with a good message. Spirituality is the commitment to go beyond, no matter what it takes. It's an infinite journey based upon going beyond yourself every minute of every day for the rest of your life. If you're truly going beyond, you are always at your limits. You're never back in the comfort zone. A spiritual being feels as though they are always against the edge, and they are constantly being pushed through it. So remember, as we go through this week, as we go into faith in action, we will be pushed to those edges as we go and explore all the different emotions that we will explore in her book. But remember, you are always, always that divine source, And you never have to worry about where you have to get your comfort, because you're always your own home. All right. So let's have Jeff come in and take us out with our song, our final song, Let There Be Peace on Earth. Thank you, Jeff, again for being here today. And I'm going to share the words on the screen.
On earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God our Creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Have a wonderful week.